Don't lie flat down. But it's important to say, I think, at this stage that when the bike's on its side, don't go panic about it. Just turn the ignition off, or just press the kill switch. Stop that engine from running. The fuel-injected bikes, the back wheel will continue spinning. If you try and pick the bike up with the back wheel spinning, you get two chances of picking it up. You pick it up here, and you pick it up 10 metres further down the track. Important. Kill the engine, and then JP is going to show you the correct way now. All we're going to do is turn our handlebars so the front wheel is pointing in a skyward direction. He's going to more or less sort of face in the direction the front wheel is now pointing, and just using the end of the handlebars, picks the bike straight back up on its wheels again. Very, very simple to do. Again, handlebar, don't try and pick the bike up from the back end, it just doesn't work. Turn the handlebars, front wheel's pointing skywards, straight back up on its wheels. Very, very simple to do. And we've got a female instructor up at the course. I think Jenny's about 5'2", and she's, I don't know, 8 stone wet through, I would think. But she can pick up the adventure by using that technique. So all of you guys can do exactly the same. But whilst it's in that position now, just in the little hint and tip, just on maybe, basic handling of a motorbike, keep the bike upright in that balanced position, and it wants to stay there. It's only us guys that unstabilise it when we're riding. So keep the bike upright. A little bit of a thing that we do with all the people that come and do the course is just have a little walk around the bike, keeping it in that upright position. Yeah, just move it about a little bit, just to feel for where it starts to get heavy. Once it goes beyond a certain degree of lean, of course, then the bike gets heavy again. Keep it upright. It almost balances itself. We try, and we won't get JP to do it because the bike's only done half a mile. We'll try and stand it there while we do a sort of 360-degree turn and then grab the handlebars again. It more or less works, but we won't try it in front of you, this fantastic crowd this afternoon. Okay, I think from there, JP, I'd like you to maybe put the bike on the centre stand. I just want to talk to you for a couple of seconds. It's only going to be a brief demonstration of this. We've only got a few minutes, and it's a very restricted area, of course. Well, I want to talk to you now just about why we ride the bike in a standing position. It's a question that we very often get asked. A couple of reasons really. First of all, the vision. When we're riding in a standing position, we can see so much further ahead, of course. But more importantly, your body and legs act as additional suspension units. The front suspension unit's working hard, the rear suspension unit's working hard. Not necessarily so on the British roads, although some of you may disagree, but the body, the legs will absorb some of that impact on undulating terrain. So vision, suspension in the body and the legs, but more importantly still now, we can steer the bike by using our feet. Press the bike left, it goes left. Press it right, it goes right. It's really a bit more finesse than that when we're riding the bikes off-road, but the slightest little movement obviously alters the direction of the bike. But we steer the bike with our feet whilst we're riding off-road. But of course we can move about on the bike very quickly as well. For maybe heavy braking, steep downhill, you can move back on the bike. Maybe steep climb uphill, then you can move forward on the bike a little bit. So movement on the bike is so much quicker than what it is, obviously, when you're in that seated position. Okay, JP, if you'd just like to rock that bike off the stand again. Another little exercise. We're going to get riding in a couple of seconds' time. A little exercise now, though. We like to get people to walk alongside the bike. Again, it's clutch control, it's throttle control. When we do this up on the site, we get people to just walk alongside the bike. It's first gear, partially releasing that clutch. Don't let that clutch fully go and give it a handful at the same time. Otherwise, it's a Usain Bolt down our training area. We teach this, by the way, because there's occasions when you need to walk the bike, maybe across a certain obstacle. Maybe it's stuck on a bit of a branch, you get the front wheel across the branch, maybe not the rear wheel. We often find that guys sit there just spinning the back wheel. Get off the bike, push it for a few yards, and then you're on track again. But more importantly, sometimes when we're riding, maybe you're on an adventure in the world somewhere, and you come across a fairly fast-flowing stream, you're often better off getting off and walking the bike through in this manner. It's great fun riding through water, it's great fun riding through streams, but it can often end in tears, if that bike goes underwater. That's the end of your adventure trip, or the end of your adventure. Okay, I think what we'll do now, JP, is get you riding the bike a little bit. Maybe if you can go around in a bit of a circle for us. So we do some basic exercises there, but it's not long before we get the guys riding. Of course, riding in that standing position, get used to changing the gear in the standing position, use of brakes in the standing position. We often get them riding one-handed just to get the standing position correct. But I'd let you go around a couple of times, JP, because then we get it progressively tighter and tighter and tighter. We'll lay some coned areas out, and as I say, progressively tighter, using that body lean technique to move around any given obstacles. Eventually then we get you to maybe turn the bike around in the sort of the length, the bike's own length. But maybe switch off for a sec, JP, please. We know how most of you guys, a lot of you guys, turn a bike around. If you're facing in the direction he is and you want to turn the bike around, what often happens? You ride the bike forward a little bit, you stop, you paddle back, paddle back, paddle back. Ride forward a little bit, stop, paddle back, paddle back, paddle back. And then you're away in the direction that you want to be travelling. JP will now show you the correct way of turning a motorcycle around in an extremely confined space. Stand up on the bike, lean the bike over. The bike needs to lean to turn, of course. But note where his body position is now. His body is on the outside of the bike. The inside leg is now redundant. The more you lean the bike, the tighter it will turn. Lean over further, JP, please. The inside leg does nothing. It's clutch control, throttle control, and perfect balance, of course. JP, sit down and do it, please, because a lot of these guys need to know how to do it with a passenger on the back. Exactly the same principle, guys. Lean the bike over, get it on a full left, a full right hand lock, but move your weight to the outside of the bike. You can do it with your pillion passenger on. They don't even need to move anywhere. JP, ride around the outside again for us, please. I'd like you to lock the rear wheel. We get people then, we get the guys, the customers, to deliberately skid the bike, lock the back wheel and deliberately come to a halt with the back wheel locked. We do this just to give you the sensation of what it's like to get into a rear wheel skid. We don't want you doing it when you're out riding with us on the training area, but we go through this exercise and we get you to do it quite quickly as well. First gear, second, third gear. Throttle off, clutch in, brake hard and try and skid as far as you possibly can. It's great fun, and if it's not your tyres, it's even better fun. Try it, JP, this time please, with a front brake. I'd like you to lock the front wheel as you ride forward. Again, it's an exercise that we do with all our customers, just to get you guys used to riding. Well, maybe not used to riding, but get used to the sensation of what it's like when the front wheel's locked. Once again, JP, please. This all happens, by the way, within the first 2 hours of you being on an off-road school with us. Within 2 hours, you're almost riding at the level that JP's now at. Maybe not quite, but not far off. Yeah, maybe you are. Okay. We deliberately take off the ABS, so you've not got any ABS, you know, so the wheels will deliberately lock. It's just to give you the sensation of what it's like when the wheels are locked. What I'd like you to do now, JP, maybe please, is hang on for one sec. Hang on for a sec. Obviously, we've got a fantastic area up in Wales there. It's a 4,000-acre site. Every type of terrain imaginable to ride on. Big, wide, fast fire roads, you know, 100 miles an hour stuff. Or big steep climbs, steep rocky descents, every imaginable type of terrain. And we get you and encourage you to do exactly all of that. All we can do is demonstrate a little bit now, really. I mean, we start by going down hills, of course, downhill braking, engine braking and brakes. I'm rushing through this, of course. Then we teach the technique of riding up a massively steep hill, stopping on the hill, and safely turning the bike around, heading back down so you can have another run at it. Maybe you've misread your map, maybe you've ended up in a place where you didn't want to be, you're climbing a massive hill and all of a sudden you want to abandon that. We teach the safe way and safe technique of turning around and coming back down again. JP, just a couple of times around our little ramp, please. I'm afraid we are in a very restricted area, there's not a lot we could do. but you come along and have a couple of days with us at the off-road school, and there's no lot that you guys cannot do that JP is now doing. It's clutch control, throttle control, balance and body position. Once more JP for us, please. Whilst I've got your attention there, I'd just like to tell you about the fantastic competition that we've got in Wales, May Bank Holiday weekend. You're all invited to come along, bring your own bikes, a 2-day competition, very, very simple format. Right down the outside, JP, please, and pick up that carton of iced coffee there. Yeah, 2-day competition in Wales. First day, everybody gets involved. It's a road ride ending up on the off-road site where you'll use our bikes. It's only £99 to enter. Keep going, JP, keep going. £99 to enter. Charlie Bowman has already entered the competition. Come and beat Charlie. We'll narrow it down to 20 people for the day 2, ending up with a final 6 shootout, where the final 3 people will be taken on a holiday of a lifetime, all expenses paid, and it's only open to